Hello everybody, Maine Fly Guys here with another fly tutorial and another one of our hooks. This is our jig hook. This is my favorite type of jig. There are many jig hooks out there, obviously, but this is one of my favorites. I don't like the 90-degree bend. I like it to have less of a 90-degree bend because it allows you to tie a bunch of different flies, not just one type of fly. And so it's barbless, has a wide gap, and a heavy gauge hook. So it helps your fly sink. I like the wide gap. It makes better hookups, so it doesn't don't get hung up on the lip here. You have this nice gap for a good hookup. And the black nickel, that's just, that's the goat of hook colors. So everyone ties nymphs, right, with their jig hooks, but I don't really like to do that. So I'm going to show you a jigged leech that I use all the time and has been super killer. And what I start off with is just some zonker here, and I like the fur to be a little bit longer than a shank length. So I match it up. I say, okay, there's one. It's almost two shank lengths. That's kind of hard to say. So I get it up there. Doesn't need to be incredibly long. And I mean, you can, don't let me sit here and tell you what to do. All right, you do whatever you want to do. I like to tie it by feel almost. I almost go by feel most of the time. And so that, I like the look of that. That looks good to me. I feel like that's in the right realm. Let me get it in full frame here. I feel like that's in the right realm of size for a tail. All right. So then I wrap the body down real tight. If you don't wrap it down very thoroughly, sometimes I even put super glue down, which I'm going to do. It will spin, and you want it to have this nice bright white strip up. So I'll put a little dab of super glue on there. The next step is this is a very small cactus chenille. I actually honestly think I got this from the thrift store or Joanne Fabrics or something like that. And I like this olive orange combination. I don't know why, but it just kind of sits right with me. So what I'm going to do is just wrap it. This is going to be our body. And I'm just going to go back, touch the camera there a little bit. I'm going to go back and forth, making sure that I have got a nice thick body. I don't want it to be thin. I don't like it thin. Maybe if you want it to be thin, you can, but I like it to have a nice, solid body. Trim the excess, as Davey McPhail would say. So then I have a single, this is a ruffed grouse shoulder feather, but any partridge would suffice. I'm just being a snob by saying ruffed grouse shoulder feather. So I start making a little orange neck there, and then what I will do is I will do just 2, maybe 3 wraps if I got enough room. There's 1, 2, and a little bit. 2 and a little bit. And I just like how this collar looks, it just looks nice. Just feel like it adds something to it, something special, and boom, there is our Jigged Leech. Look at that. I mean, as far as things that look tasty for trout, and then I like to have this hot spot, this nice bright orange collar. See that? It just poof, makes it pop. I used a bunch of different colors for the bead, but silver seems to be a winner, so does silver and copper seem to be a winner. And I'm just going to put a little UV down the slot there just to make sure everything stays as should, and zap that. And there we go. We have just one of my favorite patterns. I've caught literally hundreds and hundreds of trout on this exact fly, on this exact hook. So here, remember, here's our new jig hook. And again, I like jig hooks. I love jig hooks. They work really well. I made my own because I couldn't find this wide gap, heavier gauged hook, and that's what I was really after. because it helps nymphs get down, it helps leeches get down. I just really like the pattern and what it does, or the hook and what it does for patterns like this, and that's why I got it. So if you could, check it out. Check it out. Try it out. I mean, you go through 1,000 hooks anyways, why not give them a try? And let me know, because they're just as good as any hooks out there, except they're, you know, $2 or $3 cheaper than what other people are charging. So that is the fly. Please check it out, maineflyguys.com. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.